The Nintendo Switch is my favorite tech gadget of 2017. As a gamer, I think it's super cool to be able to play in full screen mode at home and then take your same games with you on the go. The problem with the Nintendo Switch though, my main complaint is that it only ships with 32 gigabytes of internal storage right out of the box. Oh, and of that 32 gigabytes, only about 26 gigs are available to you as the user. Today, I give you a look at the SanDisk micro SDXC card for the Nintendo Switch, collaboration between SanDisk and Nintendo that allows you to expand your storage on the Switch with high quality components. And by the way, big shout out to SanDisk for sending over the cards and for sponsoring this video. What's going on, Tech Squad? Andrew Edwards here, editor-in-chief of GearLife.com. If this is your first time here, this channel is all about tech, gadgets, and gaming. So if you're into that kind of stuff, feel free to hit the subscribe button down below along with the bell notification icon so you don't miss any future videos. As I said, the Nintendo Switch is my pick for my favorite gadget of 2017. There's something about this console, something about the fact that you can just take all your games with you on the go, and they're not mobile games, they're the actual full game experience. But as I said in the open, the problem is there's not enough storage on the Switch, and there's no options. You can't just go into the store and choose between a 32 gigabyte Switch and a 256 gigabyte Switch like you can with different smartphones. You're stuck with the 32 gigabyte model, and you're stuck with the fact that 6 gigabytes of the storage in here is taken up by the system itself. So you've got 26 gigabytes to work with right out of the box. Nintendo has done a good job at making sure that its games are fairly small, but some third parties are releasing big games, big AAA titles, the games that you've been hoping you would see on a Nintendo console back in the days of the Wii and the Wii U. Now, of course, there is a solution to that problem. The Nintendo Switch does support expandable storage, and right under there, right under the kickstand, is your micro SD card slot. So let me read to you the official language from Nintendo as it pertains to games that require the micro SD card. If you purchase a physical version of a game that requires an additional micro SD memory card, you will be able to play a portion of the game right out of the box, for example, specific levels or modes. To enjoy the full game, downloading additional data is required. Depending on the storage requirements for each game, it may be necessary to purchase a micro SD card to expand storage space. When purchasing a digital version of the game, it may also be necessary to purchase a micro SD card depending on the game's storage requirements and the storage available on the consumer's Nintendo Switch console. So as you can see, these games are coming, and Nintendo is saying you're probably gonna need a micro SD card. And that is where SanDisk's micro SDXC cards for the Nintendo Switch come in. So let's talk about what sets these cards apart from the competition. SanDisk makes all sorts of cards, and there are plenty of other micro SD card makers as well. The difference here is that Nintendo actually worked with SanDisk. Nintendo specified what their specific need was as far as speed and reliability goes, and the result is the micro SDXC for Nintendo Switch made by SanDisk. There's a 64 gigabyte model and a 128 gigabyte version. Let's talk about what else sets these cards apart from others that you might find online when you're doing shopping. It's all about the speed. If you're picking up the 128 gigabyte card, you're gonna get 100 megabyte per second read speeds and 90 megabyte per second write speeds. The 64 gigabyte card gives you that same 100 megabyte per second read speed with a 60 megabyte per second write speed. Now that's fast, and if you compare them to other cards, you'll see that a lot of times cards don't give both of those speeds. They don't give the read and write, or sometimes they don't give either. Some cheaper cards that I found just said up to 50 megabyte per second. They didn't say if that was read or write. These cards specifically tell you the read speeds and the write speeds, which were determined to be the best for the money for the Nintendo Switch console specifically. So as I said, there are some big games coming out that require more than even all the storage that's built in to the Nintendo Switch. One of them right there, I don't know if you can see that on my home screen, is NBA 2K18. If you want to download that from the Nintendo eShop, it's going to take up more than the 26 gigabytes available. But most people don't know this. Even if you buy the cartridge, it still requires a huge enough download that the game requires a micro SD card. And NBA 2K18 may be an outlier right now. There's only a few games that require the micro SD card. But going forward throughout the lifespan of the Switch, this console is only about 8 or 9 months old. As we go forward, you're gonna be getting more and more games that require that micro SD card. So you're gonna wanna pick one up, and why not pick up the one that Nintendo specifically recommends? Let me know what your thoughts are. Have you picked up a micro SD card for your Nintendo Switch? Have you been finding that you're running out of space, or have you not even had to make that decision yet based on your game downloading habits? Let me know down in the description below. I'll meet you there for further discussion. I know some people are gonna ask, yes, I have a yellow and orange Joy-Con on here. Big shout out to Colorware for making those custom colors happen. Any other questions you have about the Nintendo Switch or storage, drop them down in the comments below. I'll meet you there for further discussion. Do drop a like on this video if you enjoyed it, and don't forget, you can click or tap on my face here at the bottom of the screen in order to subscribe for free to the channel so you don't miss any future videos. Thanks so much for watching. As always, guys, I appreciate your support. I'm Andrew Edwards, and I'll catch you in the next video.